I considered the library my special retreat, a peaceful spot to become absorbed in the smell of old books and the gentle sound of pages being turned. One evening, the peace I loved turned into a nightmare that I couldn't get away from. The innocent beginning is how everything started. Jess, Emma, and I, who are my closest friends, made the choice to spend a Friday evening at the nearby library. We were 3 high school girls who only had our books and rumors to rely on, trying to find shelter from the turmoil of teenage troubles. While we sat in our usual spot, we observed Mr. Thornton, the librarian. He had dark and unsettling eyes that looked like twin abysses, accentuated by thin wire-rimmed glasses that made them appear even more intense. His thin, white hair stuck to his head like spiderwebs, and the wrinkles on his thin face told stories of a lifetime spent in the library. Initially, nobody noticed Mr. Thornton's presence. He moved back and forth among the aisles, appearing to be staring at the never-ending lines of books. His attention changed as the night progressed. He hovered close to our table, watching our every move like a shadow. We started feeling uneasy, but we thought it was just our imagination playing tricks on us due to the low lighting and the silence in the library at night. Jess made a joke in an attempt to lighten the mood, but Mr. Thornton responded with a smile that barely reached his unsettling eyes. Once it was past midnight, we made the choice to leave. We got our things together and planned to flee from the overwhelming silence in the library. Mr. Thornton made his move at that point. He extended his bony hand, with fingers like talons, making a grab for Emma's shoulder. We suddenly stopped, frozen in shock. His eyes had a predator-like intensity, making me feel a chilling hunger. I quickly pulled Emma away at the last moment, and she had a look of fear in her eyes. Mr. Thornton softly advised the girls to not hurry to depart, his voice filled with a menacing hush that moved through the room. He didn't wait for an answer, and went into the maze of bookshelves, vanishing into the dark. We were consumed by fear, and the library, which used to be a safe place, turned into a terrifying labyrinth. Feeling shaken yet resolute, we made the decision to inform the library authorities about the incident the following day. We were deceived by the sun's warmth as we shared the terrifying events of the night with the serious librarian on duty. After assuring us that Mr. Thornton's behavior would be examined, we departed with the hope of things going back to normal. The library returned to its usual quietness as weeks passed by. However, we still felt unsafe. Our hearts raced with every creak of the floorboards and flicker of a fluorescent light. We felt haunted by Mr. Thornton's evil stare, as if it stayed with us even when he wasn't around. In the library one afternoon, as we studied in fearful silence, a messy person approached us. Mr. Thornton had a look in his eyes that showed he wasn't pretending to be normal. With a wild smile, he came closer, stumbling like a puppet whose strings were severed. He sang softly, calling the girls, saying that he had been waiting for them. We panicked and quickly got up, causing books and papers to fly around like leaves in the wind. Mr. Thornton stared at Jess intensely, with a wicked sparkle in his eyes hinting at terrifying things to come. As we ran away, we were filled with urgency due to desperation, and could hear his insane laughter echoing. We arrived at the exit, struggling to breathe as we enjoyed the refreshing feeling of freedom. The librarian who was working noticed our desperate attempt to escape and quickly came to us. While struggling with our words, trying to describe the horrifying scene happening again, a frown appeared on her face. She stated with a chilling revelation that Mr. Thornton had died the previous month. Disbelief filled the air, making it feel heavy. Is it possible that the man who frightened us in our dreams has passed away? Did we accidentally find ourselves in a haunting ghost story? We were guided to the archives by the librarian, where we discovered the truth through old and dusty records. Although Mr. Thornton had died, it felt as if his presence remained in the library, haunting and menacing those who entered. We were terrified when we realized that the library we used to love had become a terrifying haunted house. We searched the library's history in hopes of finding answers to the puzzle that had become the defining factor in our lives. There were rumors about Mr. Thornton's troubled past, which involved obsession, secrecy, and a darkness that went beyond human understanding. After learning this new information, we confronted the evil power in the library. We conjured the ghostly presence of the librarian in a dimly lit room filled with the smell of decay. We were full of energy and demanded answers, our voices united in defiance against the mysterious terror. Mr. Thornton's ghostly figure appeared as the candle began to flicker out. His empty gaze penetrates our innermost beings, while a hoarse voice confesses remorse and an overwhelming craving for the experiences he never had. With the room trembling with ghostly energy, we mustered our courage and spoke the words that sent him away to the other realm. The library became peaceful again after the evil feeling disappeared. The experience we went through had a lasting effect on us, as we were forever transformed by our encounter with a librarian who challenged the limits between life and death. Upon entering the sunlight, we were haunted by the shadows of the library's haunting history, as if they were ghosts that refused to leave. The sanctuary, once loved by many, serves as a warning that even the most peaceful places can hide dangerous truths. For book lovers like me, appeared empty. The shelves were tall, protecting the secrets hidden in their old books. I was searching for knowledge as usual, exploring the aisles to escape from reality. While exploring the maze of books, I came across a peculiar bag hidden in a corner. The old leather didn't fit in with the neatly arranged books. I felt curious and cautiously approached the mysterious bag. I unzipped it and uncovered neatly arranged stacks of cash. I was in shock when I saw the sudden display of riches. My eyes widened, my heart raced, and I couldn't move for a moment. With anticipation, I swiftly searched the area, ready for someone to appear and find their lost treasure. However, the library remained in an unsettlingly quiet state. My mind was filled with questions. What is the reason for someone abandoning a bag filled with money at a library? Was it a complex prank, or was I entering a more menacing and mysterious world? The new and fresh bills quietly revealed secrets about secret transactions. Compelled by the tempting cash, I swiftly returned it to the bag and concealed it in my backpack. I felt uncertain about what was right, but the excitement of what I didn't know pushed me ahead. I chose to play detective and discover the story behind this mysterious stroke of luck. I explored the dark secrets of the library's past, with days blending seamlessly into nights. The journey was driven by both fear and fascination. As I discovered more, the storyline became increasingly grim. Beneath the appearance of a scholarly library, there was a complex network of lies created by those who were desperate and dangerous. I found old newspaper articles that talked about a bunch of unresolved disappearances related to drugs. Illicit activities were happening under the disguise of the library. The bag of money wasn't accidental. Instead, it was a meticulously planned transaction. The library staff had no idea about the dark secret lurking in their sanctuary. The library became a haunted place because of what I learned. The sounds of the squeaky floorboards carried the secrets of the hidden illegal activities. I became extremely paranoid, and the aisles that I used to know well now seemed like a dangerous maze. I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being observed because the bag of money made me a participant in a game with much higher consequences than I could understand. Motivated by both fear and curiosity, I chose to directly face the unknown. Carrying the bag of money, guilt consumed me as I went back to the library. There was a lot of tension in the air as I went back to where I found the secret of exchange. A dark figure appeared, dressed in shadows as if it were a cloak. With a sharp intelligence in his eyes, he stared fixedly at me. I felt a wave of panic, but it was too late to change my actions. Speaking quietly, the man divulged the complex web of drug activities that had involved the library. The bag ended up being used as a pawn in a bigger scheme. The message conveyed that the library was a safe place for their illegal transactions. Unintentionally, I found something that upset the fragile equilibrium, and placed me in danger from a dangerous criminal community. As the man disappeared into the darkness, I remained standing there, feeling the burden of the bag and its mysterious contents grow even heavier. The library, which used to be a safe place for people looking for knowledge, had turned into a place where invisible forces were in conflict. Unintentionally, I discovered a world where more than just books were concealed on the shelves. I struggled with the decision to either keep the money or reveal the dark secret, causing the days to become a blur. The bag represented both curiosity and danger, serving as a physical reminder of how closely related they are. I couldn't sleep because the library's secrets entered my dreams, mixing reality and nightmares. Ultimately, the decision was obvious. I had to protect the library from being taken over by darkness. Nervously, I reached out to the authorities, exposing the hidden secrets lurking among the books. The money bag became evidence in a broader investigation that revealed the various layers of deceit. The library, which used to be a peaceful sanctuary, went through a change. The shadows went away, and the footsteps of justice could be heard in the aisles. As the truth was revealed, the money bag became a representation of how secrets can be easily broken and how the truth remains strong. Despite the library returning to its quiet state, I couldn't escape the lingering sense that the darkness remained hidden in certain areas. The bag of money acted as a trigger, offering a glimpse into a chilling horror story where reality and fiction mixed together. As I left the library, I felt the heaviness of its secrets lingering with me, serving as a reminder that there are some stories that are better left untouched.